no thank you. Found them, but I'll put the link below. Chloe, no thank you. What are you doing? Let's go poop. Okay, go upstairs in my bedroom because Daddy's up there and he'll wipe you. Hey guys, it's summer and today we're going to take a journey off the beaten path of beauty and fashion and all of that stuff, and we're going to talk about homeschooling. And I think I just may have lost quite a bit of you, but if you're just curious how I survived my first year, I know I did a video a while ago, like halfway through the year, and I've had a lot of people say, what's going on? So I thought it would be a good time to do an update video, and I thought it would be kind of cool to just show you some of the stuff that I found and discovered and used that I really loved so much, that helped me kind of get through it. First of all, I survived. I am not going to lie and say that it was easy. I cried a lot, and it's kind of like phases. So I would have really good phases where I'm like, this is awesome, homeschooling is perfect for us. And then there were these phases where I would cry and call my husband and beg him to come home and tell him there's no way I could do it and we need to look into public school again. But as the year wrapped up, I realized that this is it for me. Like, there is no going back. I know that things can always change, and I could be eating my words, but the way I feel right now is that I want to make this work. And that's the great thing about homeschooling, is that you can make it work for you. And it doesn't have to look like a classroom. It can, if that's what's working for you. But it doesn't have to look like all the other homeschooling parents either. And that's why I really love it. I can't tell you how many things I changed up through the year. I'm like, oh, this doesn't really work for me. This isn't our personality. Or it wasn't really working for Taylor or for either of us, you know, so it's kind of cool that way. And I think the more I do this, the more we'll find our groove and we'll figure out the perfect combination. And when that stops working, we'll find something else. So here are a couple things that I discovered through the year. Some just like curriculum stuff or workbooks or I don't know, different things that I really liked. The great part about teaching him at home was being able to incorporate our faith into our curriculum and just having Bible time every day and devotions and just kind of having it be not intense, but it's just a part of our day, like it should be in school and out of school. I'll put the link below for this one, but this is the one that we used last year, and it's called Building Christian Character, and it's ages 5 to 9. He was 7 and 8 when he was doing it. It's kind of a theme. So this theme is honoring God. So you can see he really likes to color. It's not his favorite thing to do. Everything in this unit is about honoring God. So there's activities, which we never really did, songs, games, and a craft. Then there's the Bible story with questions, and then they have little games, little worksheets, and then there's like a fictional story that puts it into real life. Then we move on to the next unit, which is respecting others. I just thought it was really cool because there were a lot of times when we would be talking about something and he's like, oh, it's kind of like when I was learning about telling the truth. Thank you to this book. It was really cool. This is his 3rd grade workbook and it's called Building a Life, and I am not super familiar because I ordered this last year and kind of forgot what it was. The different units are wisdom and obedience, attentiveness and faith, thankfulness and orderliness, meekness and loyalty, self-control and honesty, forgiveness and fairness, diligence, patience, initiative, love, and building a life. It has, you know, Bible stories and activities and worksheets. So this will be his character book for next year. I also have him do morning devotions on his own because I want him to learn to have like his own quiet time and not me teaching it. I really, really want him to grow up having his own faith. I think that's where I struggled. This one I really liked. We started this halfway through the year, and it's Adventures in Odyssey, 90 Devotions for Kids. And it's cool. It's like got a little story and memory verse and a challenge and questions, and then there's some like word search different activities. And they're just different topics, witnessing, asking for forgiveness. It's just like a easy devotion, and I think it's kind of entertaining. Another thing that we do sometimes is Jesus Calling for kids. And I love Jesus Calling for adults. If you don't have it, you need to get it. There's an app for that. I like to read this one as a family, and the other one I like for him to do on his own. Let's see, what else do I have? So I'm not a math person. I definitely, when I even hear numbers, I start to tune out and sing a song in my head because it just makes me feel stressed out when I think about numbers. So teaching math is not ever going to happen by me. So one of my friends was telling me about this teaching textbooks, and it is the CD-ROMs, and it's 4 discs. They last for the year, and you can clear it out and use it again. So I'll use this again with Chloe. And it comes with a teacher's book, it comes with a workbook, so they can do their problems online or they can work them out on the worksheet. But the nice thing about this is it's all taught on the CD-ROM. So the lesson is on here, the problems, the questions. It keeps records of his grades and how many he got wrong and how many times he tried, so I can go in and check. And then, you know, if he had more questions beyond the lesson, he'd have to wait for Daddy to get home. I've only done a year, so I don't know how it progresses. Maybe you guys have tried it and can leave me some feedback. But for now, I'm going to do it again. For the next year, we're going to go to the next level. Then a couple books that were actually sent to me to try out and play around with weren't really part of our curriculum, but just something fun in addition. The first one is this book. It's called Bedtime Math. And it was written by these parents who love math. I can only relate a little bit because my husband loves numbers and math. So he would write a book like this. It's kind of cool. It's like little bedtime stories that get them thinking. And there's each chapter is a different theme. So this one's like playing with food or something like that. And it has like a little scenario and then 3 different levels. So it's like wee ones, little kids, and big kids. And you just read the little story, the funny story, and then you just ask them the question, and it just kind of creates a conversation about math without making it math time or like school or homework. It's actually pretty cool. I think this is really cool. I think you guys should check it out because you can just keep using it with all your kids and for different levels. So good book. Another one that we are actually going to start next year. It says grades 4 through 6, but I think as I looked through the book, I think Taylor can do some of this next year. It's by time, and it's for kids, and it's called Grammar Rules. It is just, I mean, I love it because it's colorful, and it's entertaining, it has cool pictures. I know that seems so silly, but it makes such a big difference. I mean, who doesn't want to do a workbook with the kids skateboarding? Every kid wants a workbook with the kids skateboarding in it. It's crossword puzzles, word searches, mazes, matching games, tons of activities, and it just makes grammar fun. Because you know what? Grammar rules. You see the play on words there. Those are just my like things that I discovered last year. Coming up on 3rd grade, I'm trying to pick curriculum right now for him. Chloe still has 1 more year of preschool, so I have another year to kind of figure this out before I bring in another child. But I would love, love, love to hear what you guys have used for curriculum. Maybe some tips and tricks on how you get your day to flow or how you get your child to just do their work and not argue with you. Is there a tip or a trick to that? Because that's something we're still working on. I'll check in with you again right about the time that school starts and maybe show the curriculum that we chose and kind of what we decided to do with our schedule and stuff like that. Still smiling, not taking medication. I still don't really drink, so we're good. My son's still alive and I think we still have a great relationship, so 2 thumbs up. You guys are homeschooling or have questions about homeschooling, let's hang out in the comments and learn from each other. Hey you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Mama, your love will shine when all is dark outside.